I never thought anyone would notice me, let alone have a crush on me. But this painting, it really makes me look so radiant.
I did warn you to stay away from my son.
That's right. I shouldn't be the one in that picture.
I did warn you!
Ma'am, I've never met the young master before.
Then how are you going to explain this painting? Are you saying that Ethan imagined your picture himself?
Ma'am, it's time for afternoon tea with Lady Liesel.
No one in this house knows I'm the daughter of the former painter. When she got pregnant with me, my mother lied, claiming the baby was the master's.
Don't turn yourself into the kind of woman like your mother. If I find you lurking around my son again, I'll make you regret it.
After she was expelled from the manor, I was left behind. But my mother couldn't fool my lady. After giving birth to me, my lady immediately expelled her. She also pitied me, so she kept me in and asked the old maid to take care of me.
As you wish, I helped her out of it.
And you must not report this to my mother.
I was allowed to stay on one condition. I had to keep my existence a secret. I used secret tunnels to travel, come out and clean when nobody's there, and then hide away after finishing my chores. But Ethan, the lady's son, painted my portrait exactly, even though I truly had never met him before. How? Since then, whenever I'm in trouble, someone always shows up just in time to help. Like they're always nearby, watching over me. Even though that person always wears a mask, I think I already know who it is. Oh no, no! These things always happen to me. I guess I'm just not cut out to be a maid after all. But once again, the person in mask showed up. After all that time hiding from everyone, there was someone who had been watching over me all along. Not a word, not a name, just the feeling in my heart. Like it skipped a beat. If I'm wrong, then maybe he's just the new gardener. But if I'm right, then I'm totally screwed. That mask was made of paper, so when it got wet, just like I expected, it was torn apart, revealing a strange yet familiar face. Young master? I'm sorry. I need to go now.
Watch out!
I've never touched anyone before, and I've never let anyone hold me like that either.
You're supposed to say sorry instead of running away.
Sorry, but I was forbidden to make any contact with you. There's like an invisible wall between us. A wall big enough to separate two different worlds.
Then we just go.
I don't even know where we're going. I just know that, for the first time, I don't want to stop. Though I just met Ethan for the first time, it feels like we've known each other for a long time. If my lady finds out that you brought a maid in here, it might just blow her mind.
You could be right.
He's smiling, but why do I feel sorrow in his smile? Ooh. They're beautiful. You got this talent from the master?
No, I got it from my mother.
Your mother? But why did she stop painting?
Even I don't know the answer.
Ethan, your painting won the prize!
Huh?
Shh!
This is the secret tunnel I've always used. But how come I never knew about this place?
Because it was sealed. I only found out by accident. You wait here. I'll go distract my mother.
This must be the answer to what I've been wondering about all along. The young master must have been watching from here. Just like other hidden rooms, this place is also used to hide secrets. I just never thought those secrets were connected to me. The birth records of my lady are here. The thing is, her baby has the same birthday as me, and that baby even looks just like me. No way, my mother, and she...
Let's go. My mother already left.
If I'm my lady's daughter, then Ethan, who's he? Ethan and I were switched? If I told him the truth, what would happen? Would he lose everything he has? Huh? For the first time in my life, I touched this kind of expensive silk as soft as touching the cloud. This is something just for those living on the other side of the wall. If I were the old me, I'd still think I'm a Cinderella. But now?
I really hope you can come to the party tonight. You're my inspiration. I could never win the prize without you.
No matter what happened, it was never Ethan's fault. There must be some way to... Ethan's standing there, waiting for me. A mediocre girl no one even cares about. But today is the day that everyone has to look at me. Not because of my identity. Not of the present, the past, or the future.
You came!
Ethan, who is this young lady?
Mother, you've met her before.
My pleasure, ma'am. And then, the storm burst through the front door.
Huh?
The woman I once called my mother walked straight into the party without hesitation. Does she know the truth about me and Ethan?
Why are you here? You already ruined this family once. Isn't that enough for you?
Ruined? I only came to congratulate my son. Huh? Please don't! There are many people here. Stop pretending to be my daughter. I believe that you've already figured it out. Maybe not just you, but everyone here too. Ethan is my real child. All that time growing up and loving her son, my lady still can't win against that bloodline certificate. Ma'am, are you all right?
All this time, I've been so cold to you, making you grow up without ever feeling loved.
You didn't know about it. An apology. It's late, but I've been waiting for it for so long. I just can't believe it's from someone I least expected.
The truth about our identities is now revealed. The right to the inheritance. I will now return it to Leah.
What?
I'm sorry I chose this way to reveal the truth. She wanted to use me to claim all of Father's property. As for Leah, she's been living a life she didn't deserve, all because of the mistakes of those adults. So, this is the only way.
He said out loud the things I didn't have the courage to say.
You dared betray your own mother! You're not my son, ever!
To give me back my life, Ethan accepted to give up everything he has.
You don't have to leave. Just don't let hatred separate our family anymore. Please, keep being my son. We could be a family. I've done many wrong things to you. Let me make it up to you.
A family. Something that once seemed so far away is now finally mine.
Emma and I are identical, but she hates me because of my rainbow hair. She sabotaged it more times than I can count. For example, she splashed paint on it. She's always sat right behind me in class and loudly chewed gum. Her bubble gum would get stuck in my hair. I had no choice but to cut it short. But the worst was when she bit my hair. I didn't pick on her because her hair was bad. Why would I? Her bullying stopped when Uncle Magnus showed up. He pressed his face close to hers and said each word slowly, menacingly. I knew she'd be disciplined, and all Emma could do was nod resignedly. Uncle Magnus led me away. I glanced back once. Emma's head was bowed, eyes down. Then the door slammed between us. There were screaming. I flinched, clutching my hair tightly. I didn't want Emma to suffer anymore. Minutes later, Magnus reappeared, surprised to find I was still standing there. I just wanted to ask, I stammered. Why does she hate me so much? Just because of my hair?
Your hair is a treasure, Alice.
His hands were gentle, but his tone was not, like both comfort and warning. His fingers glided through each strand as if auditing inventory. I shivered. I nodded, unsure if it was from habit or fear. The door to Emma's room was slightly ajar. My heart pounded as I peeked inside. She was collapsed on the floor, her hair tangled, her back curled like a wounded animal. I rushed to help her up, but she flicked my hand away, like my touch was dirty. I stepped back, but still spoke softly. I made some lasagna you liked. Huh? I bit my lip. I couldn't bear another rejection.
Why do you even care about me?
Because you're my sister. I saw surprise flit across Emma's face. Her guard dropped for a moment. Then I pulled a crumpled piece of paper from my pocket, a drawing I'd made long ago. It was colorful, depicting Emma and me being friends. We were happily together, or at least I had hoped so.
I'm hungry.
Her voice was blunt, but she clutched the drawing without letting go. I'll be back soon. I bolted through the door, without looking back. But as I did, I glimpsed her take a small breath and faintly smile. Her first. The moment Uncle Magnus finished disciplining Emma, I walked to the fridge. But inside wasn't lasagna. When I barely cracked open the fridge door, a hidden tunnel revealed itself. Before I could understand where it led, the hatch slammed shut behind me. No way back. I had to move forward. Unbeknownst to me, my uncle would soon pass by again. Beyond the tunnel was a secret lab. Were all these things Uncle Magnus's? Biological designs, documents, dozens of test tubes, scattered wigs everywhere. I didn't want them to involve me or Emma. But one file caught my eye. It listed Emma's hair, described as Experiment Emma, and it was identical to mine. We were sisters, weren't we? Hair was harvested when it reached 1 meter length, and on the 18th birthday. I don't understand. While I was still overwhelmed by the sudden wave of information, while I stood there shaking, Uncle Magnus approached the fridge. A message came through to Uncle Magnus. Someone saved as client was asking to harvest my hair, saying they didn't want to repeat the mistake they made with Emma. My throat tightened. Were we just experiments? For harvesting hair? Black paint, singum, screaming, your hand being pulled away. It wasn't jealousy. It was protection? from the very man we always called Uncle. And then he appeared right behind me.
Alice?
I was like a trapped mouse with nowhere to run, and no one knew I was here. Except Emma. Even if we weren't blood sisters, she felt something. I blink. I woke up under a pale light. What is this? My whole body was locked inside a vertical glass tube. Right across from me stood him, my uncle, wearing a chilling smile.
Don't even bother my little niece. There's nothing you can do now.
I was furious at the betrayal, but also paralyzed by helplessness.
Alice?
Magnus was setting up his equipment. His thick fingers danced over the control panel. Let me go, you monster! Just as Emma was about to leave, she heard my voice.
No, it can't be. He promised he wouldn't harvest her hair until she turned 18.
Emma was like me. No, even worse. She had been his very first experiment.
Harvesting her hair exactly on her 18th birthday will make it grow endlessly. But if harvested too early, her hair will stop growing forever.
Oh! Those words sparked an idea. Emma reached for the scissors.
Then I'll just have to create another one to replace her.
Instead of freeing herself, she cut off her own hair, the very thing that had imprisoned her entire life.
The hair! What have you done to my precious hair?
Emma thought she had finally beaten him, until he created me.
Alice, where are you?
He turned the machine on. A blinding light lit up the room, signaling the nightmare was about to begin.
Aha! Oh!
I could feel my hair standing on end, like something invisible was trying to pull it upward, rip it right out of my scalp. My body couldn't take the force. I struggled, panicking, trying to fight the pull, but it was no use.
Guess I'll have to harvest this hair earlier than planned.
His voice was calm, chilling calm, as if he were talking about cutting flowers instead of sentencing me to whatever twisted fate this was. But just then, Emma appeared behind him. She raised a fire extinguisher, her eyes burning with resolve. Crash! She slammed the extinguisher down onto the control panel. Sparks burst from the machinery, but that was the moment hope exploded into the room.
Oh! My machine!
The force field around me deactivated instantly. At the same time, Magnus lunged toward Emma, and I knew I had to act fast. Let her go, or you lose this. I held up a lock of my hair and a pair of scissors. The threat was clear. With a single snip, everything he built would crumble.
No!
And of course he panicked.
Wait, Alice, we can negotiate.
But Emma didn't waste time. She shot me a quick glance, nodded, and didn't hesitate. She slammed her hand on the red button, the hair suction mode, maximum level. The sound was deafening. Air swirled like a storm, violent and chaotic. Emma clung to the control table with both hands, straining against the vortex. I gripped the leg of a nearby table, desperate not to get sucked in myself. But Magnus, he wasn't fast enough. The air tore through the lab. One by one, wigs and hair pieces flew off the walls, spinning like leaves in a hurricane. They spiraled toward the suction chamber. Hair wrapped around him like vines, covering his body, choking his breath. In the chaos, Emma crawled toward the chamber and slammed the door shut. The vacuum stopped. We collapsed, me and Emma both, breathing like we had just outrun fate itself. At last, we were no longer experiments, no longer tools for someone else's obsession. We had taken back our lives. It was just like the picture I'd drawn all those months ago. A happy ending.